Gotta get it all. Not much left. That's Bill, Bourbon Professor. Let's talk about some Four Roses. So this is the standard off-the-shelf single barrel, not a store pick or anything like that. And we're gonna talk about whether or not I would replace it. Kind of what I think about it. I've already poured the last little bit that was in the bottle. I poured it in the glass. Been sitting here for, 15 minutes or so, just to get opened up. So my understanding, I've got something pulled up on the computer here in front of me, that the mash bill or the recipe for the single barrel, the standard single barrel, is OBSF. I don't know how true that is. This is not the Four Roses page, so this guy could be lying to us. But seems like that sounds about right. And so the B, I think, is the higher rye, if I'm not mistaken. No, yes, the B is a higher rye. And I would say in the nose, I would agree with that. This is, I think it's a little higher rye, but it's good. I mean, obviously I got through it. Let's give it a little taste. And it's pretty classic Four Roses smell. It's still got a little bit of alcohol on it. Probably hadn't sat and opened up quite enough yet, but let's give it a taste. My guess is that it is an OB, whatever. Because of that, I do get a little bit of the rye spice flavor in that one. So in a nutshell, so these things, everywhere you go, they're 40 bucks, right? I've not seen them for anything. I don't think I've ever seen them for less. I've never seen them on sale. I don't think I've ever seen them for any more than $39.99. That's what they are everywhere, I guess. Maybe Four Roses sets that price. I have no idea. So would I replace that at 40 bucks? Absolutely. Did I replace it at $40? Well, not exactly. I did replace it, but we're not going to talk about that till this is gone. So, I mean, this has been a really good bottle. I've enjoyed it. I would not want any more rye than this in one. Although evidently the corn, whatever they do, or maybe the yeast, it balances it out, because I'm not a huge rye fan. But let's see a little more about the bottle here. So it is 50%er, so I think that might help. Warehouse RS is where this one came from. Not much on these bottles as far as information. So, but it's good. I think it's well worth the 40 bucks if you like the Four Roses flavor profile. Like I said, if it had any more rye for me, and I would probably be out. But I think it's a good balance for me. We're going to finish this one off and talk about the next one. Bought a bottle, new glass, and I liked it. Maybe I shouldn't say quite a bit more, but I did like it more than the other. And I think the reason that is, maybe I should have already had it poured. The reason that is because of the lower rye. So this being a I don't remember, an OESF. The E, from my understanding, according to what's on the screen here, is 75% corn, 20% barley, and 75% corn, 20% rye, 5% barley. And the B is 60% corn, 35% rye, and 5% barley. So this has to me, it's more of that corn forward nose instead of that rye. Which, if you're a fan of the rye, don't get me wrong, it's not for me. So this definitely smells different. Empty glass now, but anyway, let's give it a taste. Cheers. Oh yeah. So this one for me has a little bit more ABV. Obviously not a bad thing. What I say, it was 54 and change versus 50. I think it was 50. Yep. So the standard is 50 and this one's at 54 and change, whatever it was, it doesn't matter. So a little better mouthfeel, a little sweeter. I do have a bit of a sweet tooth, so I kind of like the sweeter bourbons. So this one for me is a better balance. Now, it was a little more expensive. It was 55 versus 40, but you know what? For the 4 extra points of ABV and the other recipe, I'll give it. I'll gladly give 55 for that bottle all day long. Of course, it is a store pick, so it's like super rare because it's a store pick. That's it. What they have is what they have. So I would say, if you find a store that has a store pick, I would hope they would be giving samples, trying to get you to buy their stuff. Ask. If they're not having a tasting, and you see a store pick, say, hey, you have an open tax, really. Come on. It's a luxury item anyway. So go ahead, roll the dice if they have the store pick, and pick that up. I think you're going to be happy. I'll show you where this one came from, if it'll focus. Oh yeah. All right. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me. If you like Four Roses, if you don't like Four Roses, if you don't like my haircut, you don't like my shirt, drop a comment. Let's get some interaction going here. Thanks. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. Thanks for hitting that thumbs up. What are all that kind of good YouTube stuff. Catch you next time. We're going to call this a Farewell Friday because we're saying goodbye to an empty bottle. So there you go. Farewell Friday. Four Roses farewell. Boom. Catch y'all next time. Thanks.